The age of dinosaurs and predators from herbivores roam. It is the Cretaceous. Jurassic had already came. The Ceratosaurus arrived in the Jurassic. Likely he can make it through the mud. The sticky mud. Heavier herbivores cannot make it. Or heavier carnivores. Ceratosaurus is a carnivore. Parasaurolophus was another one, but wasn't a carnivore. He is heavier and gets stuck in the mud. The Ceratosaurus jumps on top of it. Getting more stuck in the mud. The Parasaurolophus is getting down deep until he sees another predator. Ceratosaurus runs off because a bigger predator, Caden-Dinosaur, comes and takes it. Trying to find a way. He doesn't want to get stuck either. Caden-Dinosaur is the biggest predator here. Laying the food down in the mud. He gets on the ground. Another heavy herbivore is armored. Ankylosaurus doesn't get in the mud too far. He is not smart, but he doesn't. He knows he would get stuck after seeing that. And Monosaurus is another herbivore. He doesn't want to get near the mud. Over in some short water from the flooding water from the pond is a desert water. Campsognathus, a small herbivore, takes a little short clean off in the mud and the water. Far away back in the desert, close to the plains, is a Ceratosaurus. Arrived with a not a Ceratosaurus. It arrived with a Ceratosaurus. Is Ornitholestes. Back over near the pond, you wouldn't think there's any animals in it, but there is. Tylosaurus is a predator. Getting deeper and deeper into the pond, it can, watching the Elasmosaurus, another predator that mostly feeds on fish. The Tylosaurus mostly feeds on him. Tylosaurus and Elasmosaurus are two of them that live in this pond. As other larger herbivores, Diplodocus, Brachiosaurus, just take a bath in it. They don't stay and live in it forever. Neither does T-Rex, just getting a bath or a drink. So is the Triceratops getting a drink. And the Sauropelta, Miragaia too. Miragaia does not want to get stuck. She is a herbivore. It's heavy. Through the dinosaurs' times, white dinosaurs will make it through the mud. The Ceratosaurus hurries up and makes it to the forest. Wet, passes the Ornitholestes. Growls at it and keeps on going. Tumbles and trips over a rock. Hidden hard, hits more rocks and tumbles still down. She made it to some mud. I made it to mud. It is not very muddy. It is not very sticky as this mud. And the mud she's heading to is very sticky. Very, very sticky. Good news for her, she is light. But this water is muddy. And mud is sticky. The water's not very good since it's muddy. Ceratosaurus more probably prefers cleaner water. If you look around, it's mostly all mud. Very, very muddy water. She's not stuck, but it may look like it. She's in the mud of water. Still drinking the water, it's very good. She does not know anything. She does know it's sticky around here. She checks for predators, doesn't see any. There's no predators muchly in the valley, but tons of herbivores are. Right now, mostly all the dinosaurs are up at the pond at the desert. She does not get stuck. Well, we thought. She gets on a ledge, it's not as muddy. Her footprints carefully go through the mud. She sees another herbivore footprints, which is from a Miragaia. It must got stuck here too. Or once. This time it already had been buried. Probably in a big chunk of mud there. Or this must have escaped. It gets very muddy. Almost not coming out of the mud for her. Back at the pond, there's no one. As you look around, there's a big valley. This is the only part that is much like this muddy. And that's dinosaur world so far here. It starts to get less muddier since the Miragaia probably was here. She gets kind of stuck in this vine. It died here. She's getting out and in. More mud gets on her feet, making it more stickier for her. Going back to the pond, she sees she's managing to get back into the mud. More mud gets stuck on her than ever. She trips over some of the mud and lands in the pond. The gross pond makes her even muddier, and she cannot see. Running into more things. She accidentally gets stuck in the mud, in the water. Not seeing. She hardly can see anywhere. Can't see barely anything. She doesn't know where she's going. She takes a turn. She had ran. She is running. Made it to the pond, but she doesn't know. She falls into the pond, trying to get everything off. She's nice and clean now. She can see now. Brachiosaurus stares at her. Brachiosaurus doesn't know what happened, so turns around and gets out. Brachiosaurus is a dinosaur that almost gets stuck everywhere. Since it's very old, he's a big herbivore. He sinks in the mud very easily, making it out in a very slippery and muddy spot. The water seems like it's starting to dry up for him. It's getting more muddier and a little bit harder out for the dinosaurs. The sun is shining right in the middle of the pond. Elasmosaurus swims in the pond. Does not notice, they both don't notice, the Tylosaurus is watching behind the grass. The tall Brachiosaurus doesn't see anything, really. Brachiosaurus is not a smart dinosaur. It's the non-smartest dinosaur ever. He knows he can get stuck in the mud. That's all he actually knows. Also knows there's predators. He's not a very smart dinosaur at all. The long-necked Diplodocus moves on to the water. The Tylosaurus then moves. And moves closer now to the Elasmosaurus, more akin to the Plesiosaurus. The Elasmosaurus doesn't notice, moving on into the waters. It is a grassy place, so it's hard for the desert. It is mostly the valleys of the desert. The Tylosaurus is closing in. It is way closer. The Elasmosaurus is surprised, trying to manage to get up out of the water. But then the Tylosaurus flips over and turns and flips over the Elasmosaurus, but cannot get it out of the grass. All he is getting is grass. Moves back deeper and deeper into the water. Most animals don't see him, since he's the same exactly color as the pond. The Elasmosaurus tries to flip over. Manages to, and stays over to the side. The Tylosaurus is waiting for his next chance. Hot days, the Campsognathus, the little guy, he's taking a close mud bath, I guess, and heading for the bigger pond by the water. He notices he went the wrong way, where the shallow waters he was infected. So he just walks in the water until he gets to deep. This dinosaur is much like him to his other cousin, the bigger cousin, the Troodon. Well, he's less smarter than the Trovo. The Troodon's the smartest dinosaur, scientists believe. But the Compsognathus is one of the smallest dinosaurs. Anyway, the Microraptor is the two smallest dinosaur. Compsognathus is the size of a chicken. The smallest dinosaur is smaller than a chicken. The Monosaurus has to get a drink, so it moves to the depths of the mud and gets stuck. The Tylosaurus hears the call and gets straight to it. Manages to get it out of the mud, trying to drown it. It's too light. He's off the ground. He cannot move now. It's hard for him to. Not get it in the jaws is good. He flips it on land. Manages to get out of the quick part. Muddy and Monosaurus gets back stuck. His muddy bill doesn't help. He just goes straight back on land. Bring it into water. Being drowned. The most drowned part of the water is near the Sorpelta, but she gets out. Still alive, half. The Tylosaurus works as hard as he can to get it to drown. The deepest part is nearby. Tylosaurus struggles to get him to drown. And takes it down by the neck, holding it straight down. Now down and dead. The Caden-Dinosaur had finished eating the meal. Actually gets out the pond, but sees they heard the calls. The Caden-Dinosaur, easy prey if he gets stuck for other smaller predators. He stays out of most close mud he can never get in. As many herbivores come at the lake, some of them are not all here. The Ceratosaurus is the only one that's not actually at the lake. He quickly runs up to it. He had made it there. Where is he? Oh, there he is. And getting in the mud is what he wants to do. For some reason, he is not the one dinosaur that can get stuck. He's kind of like a raptor, without feathers. Digging in the ground. He's about the same size as Ceratosaurus. Smaller. Ceratosaurus is kind of bigger. Ceratosaurus can be a pretty big guy, and only this Ceratosaurus is a kid or juvenile. Digging for a little fish in the water. Now drinking is the perfect spot for him to drink. Just getting some drink. A drink. It's not very always safe for him. He's not watching for predators. The Caden-Dinosaur strikes. Splashes him down into the pond. The Caden-Dinosaur seems like he got stuck too. He's the one stuck now. Then Caden-Dinosaur takes the hole the Ceratosaurus made. Not for long, it starts to get muddier and hotter on the body source. The pond is drying up from where it was. Managing to get out, the Caden-Dinosaur gets out, moves his prey near land. He moves it up to land. Sauropelta is near it. The keel. Heavy, but not too heavy. It manages to get into the water and not get stuck. Many dinosaurs will get stuck in the water. T-Rex may get stuck too. He's a carnivore, so he has to stay out. But carnivores can't get carnivores. The Tylosaurus is still feeding on a headed Monosaurus. As dinosaurs roam this planet, the Miragaia is one of them that will get stuck. He is probably the only one we haven't talked about as much. He moves on into the pond, getting more and more stuck. It moves deeper and deeper as it gets stucker and stickier. He gets deep. His right leg is stuck in the mud. He falls right down. Gets to the back up and manages to get back out on land.